Hey guys, this is a guide on the best way for you to find fuel conditioners so that you are able to complete the Ragman Task Blood of War Part 2, or in case you do need them for a daily or weekly task, or even maybe if you just want to find them instead of just buying them all for the Red Rebel barter. So fuel conditioners are an item that will be completely RNG, and in my experience, people will either find all 4 that they need with no trouble at all, or you'll end up finding 0 by the time that you do unlock this task. Or sometimes you may have found the fuel conditioners and then accidentally sold them, so whatever the case is, I will share with you guys all the spawns that I know of, as well as some ways that work for me and my buddies when we are specifically searching for them. So the first possibility is going to be from your scav case if your hideout is built up enough, primarily by using the moonshine option, since it does have the best probability to get you task items, but you can also get fuel conditioners from inside the intel folder and also the 95k scav case option as well. And another possibility is to keep an eye out for daily and weekly task rewards, since it is possible to snag a fuel conditioner or 2 as a reward from a trader in this way. You can also spawn into a scav raid with a fuel conditioner in your backpack, and now that air supply drops are back as found in raid status, then you can potentially get a fuel conditioner from a common or regular supply crate, as long as the drop isn't being camped by somebody in a bush 100 meters away waiting for you to start looting the crate. And as far as other loot containers that have the ability to spawn fuel conditioners, it's going to be sport duffel bags, dead scavs, ground and buried barrel caches, as well as technical supply crates. And some people on Reddit did also mention getting fuel conditioners from toolboxes, but I have personally never found one inside of a toolbox, and the wiki also doesn't list it as a possible spawn. However, that doesn't mean that it's not possible, so if you have found one there, and if you are watching this video, then it would be awesome if you could clarify in the comment section down below for anyone else who could be watching this. Now, a lot of people seem to have the best luck by looting ground and buried barrel caches on especially Interchange, but also on Woods, since it is possible to do fairly low risk and chill stash runs on these 2 maps. However, it's definitely more difficult to do that now with the dynamic loot, since the stashes are randomized and they actually have a chance to not spawn at all. So it is going to be a less viable option to do that now after patch 13.5. But in my experience, I do have the best luck finding fuel conditioners in duffel bags and also technical supply crates, especially on streets, lighthouse, reserve, and woods. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's coincidence or not that I find the items more frequently on these maps, or if I just actually loot more containers while I'm on these maps. But in my experience, this is going to be the best overall method to finding the fuel conditioners, even though it is still completely RNG, and also the dynamic loot aspect of the game now does also affect the spawn locations of duffel bags and also technical supply crates. So by making them also more randomized, that also makes it even more of an RNG wheel spin. So unfortunately, what I'm saying is that I don't have a 100% tried and true solution for you guys to find them immediately. You will still have to go and trial and error, but I do recommend that you do loot these specific loot containers on those maps. And I will also give you guys a location on reserve that's very underrated and can help you to find fuel conditioners at a relatively low risk. However, the drawback to this location is that you will require at least 1 key, but actually 4 keys to make full use of the area, being the underground storage section underneath the K-Train buildings. So the keys that you can choose from are going to be the PSP 1 and 2 and also the PSV 1 and 2 keys, but luckily these keys all can be bought from the flea market for between 15 and 25,000 rubles each, so it will be less than 100k for all 4 of them. And if you do end up looting this entire area and then also make it out of a raid, then you're basically guaranteed to make all of your money back on simply 1 run. So inside of each of these cage areas, then there will be at least 2 technical supply crates for you to check, and also a bonus is that there can be medical and also ration supply crates as well. And you can also have the occasional scav that will be roaming around down there as well, and then you can also check their backpack to see what they did end up spawning into raid with. And then the benefit of having all these different crates down here that you can loot is that you can find items that you may require for your hideout, or even items that you will need for future tasks. So even though in my experience the loot containers on certain maps are the best option, there is still a few places that do have hard spawns for fuel conditioners, and I will go over the hard spawns on 6 different maps, which do include Shoreline, Factory, Customs, Woods, Labs, and Interchange, so that you guys can have the knowledge of potential spawns to check for as you are playing on these other maps. And maybe you will be able to passively complete this fuel conditioner task. And just that you guys know, I will go over Interchange last, since every other guide on YouTube for this task goes over the same exact locations on that map. So when we do get to that part of the guide, if you do already know these spawns, then feel free to save your time and then just close the video, because it will just be that and then the outro. So firstly, I will mention the 1 hard spawn on Shoreline, which is going to be on the Scav Island part of the map, where you do have to cross over the barge by the tunnel extract in order to get over to this island. The fuel conditioner is going to be located on top of one of the 2 fisherman tables over here, which are the same tables that you do have to mark for the wet job part 2 task. And so this is where the potential spawn is located. And now we will move on to the other hard spawns, with the next map going to be Factory. So on factory, we will have 4 potential spawns to check for. My PMC will be on the map starting in front of the office area, and then the skybridge area is going to be right here. So if we do turn around, then the area where we are going to be going is over here by the dead scav pillbox or bunker area. And inside of here, there is going to be a dead scav that you can loot that will have a chance to spawn the fuel conditioner. But the ammo crates to the left of the pillbox is actually where the static spawn for the fuel conditioner can be at. So after you check on top of these green crates, then we do want to head all the way up to the 3rd floor where the office area is. And once you start down this hallway, then you will see a bookshelf on the right, but also one on your left. And both of these bookshelves do have a potential spawn on the shelves as well as on the ground in front of them. And then the final spawn is going to be in the top office room on the table just up above the safe. And in terms of spawns on factory, these are going to be the more consistent spawns, but apparently there is also a spawn in the pumping room, but it is very rare and also requires one of the pumping station keys. So it's probably not going to be worth checking overall. The next map is going to be customs, and on here we will have 5 potential spawns to check, and 4 of them are going to be very close to one another. So my PMC is here by the old gas station. The first place where you should always check is going to be at the giving tree, since it can spawn any item in the game here. Then you will want to check on the table inside the old gas station, because it is similar to the giving tree in that it can spawn a very large array of loot. After checking inside of old gas, then we are going to head towards the train bridge. We are going to go underneath. The power building will be on the left side, but we will actually want to go into the warehouse 4, which is going to be the building on the right side. Once you go in through this door on the right, then you do want to go to the giving shelves, which are on the right side of this door. The giving shelves are similar to the giving tree in that they can spawn basically almost any item in the game here, and that does include the potential to spawn a fuel conditioner. Now, also hanging on the right side of the blue cabinet in between the shelves, there is usually a jacket here. However, it did not spawn in my video. But this is a special jacket that does spawn building materials, energy elements, the Dorm 204 key, as well as flammable material. So you do have a chance to get fuel conditioners from this one specific jacket as well. So it's definitely worth looting if you are going to be in this area. And then the outlier spawn on customs is going to be in the 2-story dorm building, and you will need the dorm's 110 key, which can spawn in the pockets and bags of scavs as well as in jackets or in drawers, or you can always pick it up from the flea market for usually around 20,000 rubles. And inside of this dorm's 110 room, then the fuel conditioner will be on top of the bed on the left hand side of the room if it did spawn in for you, and you will also have a safe that you can loot at the same time. Also, just be aware that this entire dorms area, which includes the 2- and 3-story buildings as well as the courtyard in between, is a potential spawn for a Shala. So while you are coming here to check for this spawn, then he could also be here. And so that's going to be it for customs. So now on to woods. There is going to be 3 potential spawns for us to check on this map. And my PMC is spawning down here at the sawmill area. And we do want to head into this enclosed gray building. Just be aware that this is a potential spawn for Sturman and his guards. So move around this area at your own risk. And once we head into this enclosed building, then you do want to look on the left side of the building from this entryway. And then look on all these different shelves, since you can have almost any item in the game spawn here. After you have checked all these different shelves, then you do want to run out the back of the building towards the checkpoint area, but you do want to keep a little bit left because the area that we actually do want to check is going to be the cultist circle, which is just located over here. You will know that you're in the right place because there will be markings on the trees, and then you will be also encircled by some of these big boulders. And then you can also have a fuel conditioner spawn up at the other cultist circle because there is 2 of them on the woods map, and that's going to be located at the far north at the sunken village area. And then that's going to be it for woods. So now onto labs. There is going to be 2 hard spawn locations for fuel conditioners here. And my PMC is here on labs just outside the server room. And then over here is where the manager's office is located. And then just below us in this main working area is where the more common spawn for fuel conditioners on this map is going to be. And you can actually get multiple spawns at once on this one table. So it is going to be right here on top of this table next to the robotic arm. And then I will have a picture up that does show 3 fuel conditioners spawning in the same raid just on this table. And then the second possible spawn location is going to be located on the top floor on top of a box just next to the cargo elevator extract in the southwest part of the map. However, this one in my experience is not a very common spawn. And now lastly on interchange, my PMC is outside the power station, and as we head into this building, then the power switch is going to be right here, and if we do go to the right, then there will be a generator just to the left of us, and then on the left of the generator on the floor is a potential spawn. And then I will teleport my PMC up to the front of the Goshen store, and then here is where there will be 2 potential spawns. The first one is going to be at the entrance area next to this truck. You will see another generator up against the wall, and then a fuel conditioner can spawn to the left of the generator, laying on its side. After you finish checking here at the front of Goshen, then you do want to run towards the back of the store where you will see 2 large bay doors as well as a large fire. You do want to go through the large bay door on the right hand side, and once you get through this door, then you do want to turn to the right, where you will see another generator and then a barrel to the left of it. And on top of this barrel is where another potential fuel conditioner spawn is located. And then I will teleport my PMC over in front of Ollie, and then the final spawn location will be up the escalator and inside the Techlight store. So as we get up to the top of the escalator, then you do want to go into Techlight from the left. And then on the first shelf on your right, you will have a generator on the far side of this shelf. And then just on the shelf beside this generator has a fuel conditioner spawn. Now, I have also read on Reddit that there have been other people mentioning fuel conditioners can spawn next to other generators on the map, such as up by the railway exfil, but I personally have not found any confirmation from the wiki or even found them myself. But it is also a good idea to check around any other generators that you may see on your travels on the map just in case. So hopefully you guys found this guide useful and it did help you to complete this task. Thank you guys so much for choosing my video to watch on this. If I did happen to miss any spawns, feel free to write them down in the comment section down below, as it may end up helping somebody else before I get the chance to update this task guide if need be. So if you're still here at this point in the video, I definitely appreciate you and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is just a couple of my different social links in case you guys wanted to connect more easily. I am primarily streaming on Twitch now multiple nights a week. So if you do want to connect with me or my community, that would probably be the easiest way to do so. And if you do come over to the Twitch and you want to join the Discord community, then just type !Discord or cord in the chat in order to get an invite link. And if you don't use Twitch, then I do have a link in the picture as well as a link below in the description. And we are growing and currently have an active and welcoming community with people of all experience and skill levels. So there will always be someone who could help to answer any questions that you may have. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.